It was the centerpiece of the Canadian trade war response.
Our tariffs will remain in place until the U.S. tariffs are withdrawn, and not a moment sooner.
The nearly $30 billion worth of counter-tariffs slapped on the Americans, which Canadian officials said were specifically designed to hurt key Republican areas. Orange juice from Donald Trump's Florida, appliances built in Vice President J.D. Vance's state of Ohio, and motorcycles from Pennsylvania, a swing state that broke for Trump in 2024. It was a strategy that Mark Carney campaigned on hard.
We are fighting these tariffs with counter-tariffs of our own, the American tariffs. Tariffs that will cause maximum pain in the United States, but have minimum impact here in Canada.
Canada-U.S. trade.
But nearly 6 months on, the vast majority of Canadian counter-tariffs were dropped on Monday. The Prime Minister signaling when the announcement was made that it was time for Canada to take its elbows down.
You know, when you're late in the game, dropping the gloves and taking the extra penalty might not be the best thing to do. And that's the situation we're in now.
Pre-September 1st, over 1,800 items were tariffed at 25% by the Canadian government. Food, lumber, clothing, furniture, just some of the goods impacted. Labor Day forward, only 313 goods were tariffed at 25%, exclusively steel, aluminum, and autos. Less than the 50% tariff the U.S. has on steel and aluminum.
The best deal.
This is the biggest Canadian concession made yet. After the U.S. ambassador told Global News, Canadian counter-tariffs on CUSMA goods were a significant stumbling block in getting a deal done.
Canada has decided that, that's fair game. We will, call into question CUSMA.
Mackenzie joins us now. Mac, what are the political stakes for Mark Carney in dropping the counter-tariffs?
Well, they're extremely high, Eric. We all remember Carney's elbows up slogan from the campaign, saying at every rally that Donald Trump wants to break us so he can own us. But so far, Carney's actions as Prime Minister haven't lined up with that. He's been very complimentary of the president in person and not only dumped these tariffs, but got rid of the digital services tax, another big American complaint. And in exchange, he got nothing. In fact, tariffs have actually increased since Carney has become Prime Minister. So it looks like the Liberals are trying to play the long game, maybe hoping the Supreme Court rules some of these tariffs are illegal, and then focusing everything in on the 2026 Mexico-Canada-U.S. free trade deal renegotiation. But if that doesn't work out, that could end Carney's honeymoon fairly quickly, Eric, since a recent Angus Reid poll has nearly 2/3 of Canadians wanting Ottawa to take a hard line with the president.
Mackenzie Gray in Ottawa tonight. Thank you.